be reviewing about loads and loads of books. That's because I have finished my first ever series in this summer. So I'm super duper proud of myself, and that series is Phoebe and Her Unicorn series. This series is truly amazing, and now I want to talk a little bit about Dana Simpson. So Dana Simpson is an American cartoonist, and when she was already young, she wanted to write these comic strips and little pictures, and that was very interesting, so we wanted to share that with you guys. After all this stuff, I'm going to be reviewing about a new series called The Alien Next Door. So I was looking for other comic books, and then this just appeared into my eyes. So I grabbed it, and then I read the first book, and it's actually kind of interesting. And I didn't get the 7th book, by the way. It's because it's an activity book, and it just has mazes and word searches and stuff like that. And also one more thing, that I already have done the first book in this series and the 10th book in this series. So if you want to go check them out, please go check them out right after you watch this one here. So instead of talking too much, why not we dive into some books? So the first book that we're going to be talking about is Unicorn on a Roll, the second book. This book is way different than I thought it would be, and it was just very different. So what happens basically in this book was where everything shimmers and sparkles very boldly, and Phoebe-like persons, they don't like much sparkling things. But marigold unicorns love sparkling things. But somehow Phoebe convinced Marigold to stop the sparkliness, and that's what happens in this book. So, now let's move on to the third book, Unicorn vs. Goblins. Unicorn vs. Goblins is a really great book, but towards the ending, all the funness happens. And this might be a little spoiling, but anyways, let's talk about it. So what happens is that Marigold enchants Dakota's hair into magical things. She tries so hard to put the spell on Dakota, and then all of a sudden the goblins wanted the magic from her hair. So then Phoebe and Marigold had to stop that. So they tried to stop it, and that's what happens in this book. So now let's talk about the fourth book, Razzle Dazzle Unicorn. In Razzle Dazzle Unicorn, there's a big, nasty problem going down. It's where everyone gets a nasty fever called sparkle fever. It's where when they cough it sparkles, they sparkle all the time, and they have big hot temperatures and stuff like that. So Phoebe and Marigold needed to stop that right away, or else it will invade and everyone might be going in a serious case of sparkle fevers, people. So that's what they try to do in this book. Now come on, let's get to even more juicier books. So it's the fifth book. The fifth book was very sweetly and kind. It's where Phoebe and Marigold go on different paths. The meaning by that is that they're not friends anymore. And I was like, how could they ruin their friendship now? And then they needed to find their pathways back together so they can be friends again. So that's what happens in this book. So now I wanted to talk about the sixth and eighth book. It's because these two are my favorite books. So this is The Magic Storm. This is where there's a big storm hit to their land. What they do is Marigold tells a legend that there's a dragon eating all the electricity. So they needed to stop that right away. And my favorite part in this book is where Max doesn't have any rides to school. He only rides the bus. So he needed to go on the dragon, and it was so so cool at that part. So now I want to show you about the 8th book, my favorite book, Unicorn Theater. It's where that they say in drama camp that they needed to do a play at end of camp. They tried everything, but then they learned a friendship story, and that's where they did the play. That was my best favorite part ever. So now only 2 books left, guys. So in the 9th book, what happens was where there's just really happy events to them. There was not much to say about this because, like I said, there's just really good happy events happening to them. And now let's talk about the final and last book, the 11th book, called Camping with Unicorns. Camping with Unicorns is such a great book, and Marigold takes the lead of the camp choosing. And you might have guessed already what she chose for camp. She chose Unicorn Camp in their land, and they do many things, but when Phoebe came in, the unicorns thought that humans like Phoebe are trying to destroy their culture and stuff like that. But at the end, they see Phoebe-like people are actually trying to help their culture and trying to grow bigger and be kind. So that's what happens in this book. So that's it for this big series review thing. So if you like this book review, please like and subscribe. Bye!